My name is Stephen Mathis. I'm an American who has never left the United States before. But in the summer of 2016, I was able to go to Japan and experience a life outside the United States. I traveled to historic cities, rode on more trains than I can count, ate a ton of new kinds of food, but more importantly, I saw what life was like outside the United States. So join me as I show you my trip to Japan. This is 2 weeks in Japan, an American's adventure. Today we're talking about a little city in Japan called Ise, and why it is so important. Everyone knows Tokyo as a sprawling city of huge buildings and industry, and most people know of Kyoto, which we'll talk about in another video, as a city of temples. But about 30 minutes to an hour away from Kyoto is a city called Ise. It's a garden city, and probably the greenest city I've ever seen. But inside the dense forest of Ise, there lies a bunch of Shinto shrines. In fact, Ise is the birthplace of Shintoism. I loved touring Ise, not only because it was really hot when I traveled there and the trees provided a welcome shade, but also because of the amount of tradition that is embedded in this small city. For point of reference, Ise has been around for about 1,500 years. And like I said, there are a bunch of large and small Shinto shrines that people visit, pray at, and worship at. But the really cool thing about these shrines is the tradition of tearing them down and rebuilding them. Every 20 years, each shrine is torn down and the materials are recycled. The new materials are chosen and systematically put back together in the exact same way they were previous, just in a different place. I did visit a museum talking about the tradition, but I wasn't allowed to take any videos there, sadly. But the wood is recut, the gold is reshaped, and from the ground up, they remake the temples. The amazing part is that every temple is built without nails or glue or anything. It is just wood fitting to wood. The wood all slots together and these giant structures are built. This has been happening every 20 years for 1,500 years. One day I would love to see the unveiling of one of these new temples. Apparently it's a huge deal and an amazing thing to see the priest blessing and entering the new temples for the first time. I loved Ise and felt such a peace there. It was tourist heavy, but it felt very serene and peaceful as you walked under huge trees looking at beautiful shrines. It was just pure green all around. I can't wait to go back there someday. Thanks for watching this video on Ise. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time, we're talking about the city of Kyoto, an amazing city of temples and gardens. See you next time.